Hello everyone, my name is Savannah Martinez, and I was assigned Chapter 5, which is Attitudes, Functions, and Consequences. Um, to be more specific, I'm going to clarify the situational factors involved with attitudes, including norms, roles, and scripts. I plan to define and explain the difference between each one while providing examples for each as well. So first I'd like to explain what norms and roles are and how they relate to the situational factors we are faced with every day. So a norm, according to the textbook, is an individual's belief about the appropriate behavior in a situation. Roles are a part we perform in everyday life. They're socially prescribed functions such as professor, student, parent, child, or friend. Then, a script is something that doesn't really rely on attitude, but rather it is an organized bundle of expectations about an event, sequence, or an activity. I think the best example I can give to describe norms and roles would be from my personal life at work. I think many people can relate to having a superior at work who, for whatever reason, just doesn't like them. Maybe I'm speaking for myself, but I used to have a boss, and she was like my boss's boss. She hired me, but for some reason, once I started working there, she didn't like me, and there's just nothing you can really do about that. However, being her employee, I had to follow the social norms of respecting her, despite sometimes she would make really snarky comments at me or throw shade, if you will. But I had to respect her as her employee because I needed to keep my job. So the role that I play in this situation would be that I'm an employee and I have to follow those social norms. So now, an example of a script would again be from my job. I'm there a lot, so that's kind of where all my examples come from. I apologize. So working in the hospitality industry as a cashier, I constantly have to interact with people. It's just part of my job. And from reading the text, I took script as kind of your ready to go robot voice. And each of us at work are trained to say what we have to do, like to say to every customer that we encounter. So working in the hospitality industry as a cashier, I constantly have to interact with customers because it's just part of my job, And from reading the text, I took script as your ready to go robot voice, if you will. And each of us is trained in what we're supposed to say to every customer when they come through our come through our line. So for example, it starts off as, hello, how are you? They greet you back, and then, oh, did you find everything okay? Just really basic questions just to make sure that their shopping experience went well, while also maintaining that kind of politeness between customer and employee. The reason attitude doesn't really play a factor in script is because my genuine conversations with the people that I'm not forced to talk to because I work there are much more genuine, while with my work script, if you will, I'm required to ask every customer these questions because it's part of the job, so it's not really special. Now that I have made some inferences, I will discuss how these inferences can be transferred into other situations. So, norms and roles are parts that we play in our daily lives. And, depending on the society that you live in, it can be subject to change. But you can also learn a lot by taking in your surroundings and reacting accordingly. It is a social norm, so if you're reacting normally in your social environment, you should be okay. And as far as scripts are concerned, I think that they're a necessity because although it would be ideal to make a genuine connection with everyone that you meet, it's just not realistic. So in order to avoid any awkward conversation or any kind of awkward silence between you and another person, that filler conversation is pretty helpful at times. In conclusion, by understanding these terms more clearly and becoming vigilant to their use in our everyday lives, we can maintain the societal norms while also realizing why we do the things that we do or say. Thank you.